Hi, I'm Sharon Jones. I'm the creator of #ReleaseRocks. And Release Rocks is my brainchild and was developed basically as a result of the success of my own empowerment programming that I've been working on for 25 years. And primarily it was about becoming the changed person from being totally fearful to fear less in 90 days. And that's a large component of what I teach when I work with my clients. So whether it's readings, whether it's coaching, whether it's healing, I work on all of those modalities kind of all at the same time, because I believe in holistic therapy. It's working on the person as a complete whole being and not just symptoms and bits and pieces of the same thing. So Release Rocks was developed then as a result of all of that work that I do. And it's been really exciting, and again, it's really empowering, and not just for myself, but it's been empowering for the people that I'm working with. So in particular, I've been working with people who have a tendency to be empathic, which means that they're sensitive to energies, they're sensitive to the environment and the world around them. And typically they're very introverted and have trouble coming out. And also I found that they have a tendency to be the victim of post-traumatic stress. And so a big component of what I do is working on all of that. You know, the fact that they're women, the fact that they've experienced post-traumatic stress. You know, some have had sexual abuse, some have had like post-traumatic stress through the work, like a first responder that I'm working on at the moment. And so the result of all of the work that I do with them, and it takes quite a while, you know, like a build-up effect, is basically using the Release Rock system to reprogram the way that they think. You know, so instead of being a victim and being disempowered, afraid to leave the house, curled up in a ball behind the dryer, in one case, this lady, just when the dog barked, she disappeared behind the dryer. Now she's actually going back to work and she's been volunteering. And I've only been working with her for just a few weeks. So I'm really excited about the program. It's just super. And so that's what I've been working on. I mean, Release Rocks basically is the only healing program for the stressed, post-traumatic stress, for empaths who are sensitive, to help them become empowered without doing yoga, without climbing Everest, without leaving the house or swimming with sharks, you know. And it's like I just encourage them to find their answers within and challenge the stresses and the stressful mindsets that we tend to harness when we're being conditioned by society. There's not enough focus, I think, on eating properly, on being mindful. There's not enough about us connecting with the world that we live in. You know, we basically rape the planet of all of its things. We create man-made products, and ultimately it's all come from the planet. It hasn't come from anywhere else, and yet we're turning our planet into a toxic dumpster. And so what I would like to see is that we make changes right across the board. You know, communities need to link together. We need to empower ourselves and make our voices heard. We really need to do this. You know, even to the point of educating our children. You know, if we can't do it in one generation, we should educate our children, and even educate them all in the Waldorf style would be the ideal. You know, I mean, I don't have any kids, but if I did, I would certainly consider educating them in the Waldorf style. You know, get them to making things, get them in touch with where the food comes from, learning about how to interact with each other in a harmonious, mindful way, and just managing your own energy in a harmonious and mindful manner as well, and be empowered right from the go-get. The way I see life as we are in it at the moment, Bernice, is that we're disempowered from the first day that we're born. We're told what to do. We're told what's expected of us. We're told what we have to learn at school. I don't know about you, but when was the last time you used a logarithm? You know, I don't use those on a day-to-day basis. I want to know how to plant my beans and how to harvest the seeds so I can get some more beans next year. You know, it's like there's huge problems within the society of this planet, and we can only make changes if we consciously do that. There's a way for me to put my voice out there and for me to express myself. I've grown up from day one as an empath, I've had to learn how to utilize that as a positive, as a benefit. And I've always felt that I was here to do something positive to help other people. And one of those gifts that I have is to help other people to do that to themselves. You know, if they're ready, and I can only work with somebody who's willing to be healed, somebody who's willing to make those steps to improve their life, to change themselves inside. You know, I can't do it for them. So my job is to coach them. So the podcast is basically as a way to encourage people to kind of think about it and start thinking about that. At some point, I'm going to be offering online courses, but at the moment, I just wanted to offer the podcast as a way to just help other empaths to learn some of the tricks that I've learned and some of the tricks that I bring on board when I'm using them for coaching. It's very exciting, and I mean...